Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your September reading. Now, just to let you know a couple of changes that I'm making to the YouTube channel. I used to do the monthly readings, and what I've decided to do is 4 readings per month per sign. A lot of work to do, but I love working anyway on the tarot. It's my passion. So, from the 1st to the 15th of the month, you get a Gypsy Tarot love spread. You'll only see the cards on that. And also you'll get a Celtic Cross general reading, okay, and you'll see me on that reading, okay, so I'll always be on the Celtic Crosses because I need to connect more with my audience. From the 16th to the end of the month, you'll also get the same. You'll get another Gypsy Tarot love spread, and you'll also get a follow-up Gypsy Celtic Cross spread, okay. It's just to really see if there's any changes in the energies, if things are continuing, that type of thing. You can see I'm recording from a different background. It's my sister's home. I've been here since the weekend. Yeah, recording from my sister's home, been here since the weekend, and yeah, just recording from the living room. So if the background looks slightly different, this is where I am. Also, just to let you know, I forgot to carry my Angel Answers advice card. So what I'm using is the Mystical Tarot for your advice, okay? So let's get into your reading then, Libra. So, Universe Spirit, what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Libra? Show me Libra. Show me what's coming in for Libra. Show me what's coming in for Libra in the first 2 weeks of September. Show me Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Whoops. Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the first 2 weeks of September 2017? Show me. Okay. We've shuffled the deck, Libra. We're going to split the deck into 3 like so, collect it back up like so, and we're going to start laying the cards. Right, so you guys are showing us the Hermit. So, well, you're not showing us the Hermit, this is the situation for the next 2 weeks, for the first 2 weeks in September. And the Hermit card, some of you guys are seeking answers with the Hermit. Some of you guys with that Hermit card, with the situation, will probably be taking a little bit of a time out, withdrawing from a situation to gain greater clarity. Some of you guys going through some spiritual enlightenment stuff going on here. Some of you guys might be going through some mode of study perhaps with the Hermit energy. The influences around that are death, alright? So there's been a change. Influences are showing that there was some big change that's happened. There's big changes around you, as influences around you in the first 2 weeks of September, in which your focus will be on the Hermit. Some of you guys, it might be the death of an older person, a grandparent, that type of thing. Some of you guys, it will be big changes happening, influences, big changes, death around you, in which the focus might be with the Hermit. You're searching for something next. What's the root energy of this Hermit energy? Well, the Four of Swords is showing us the reason for why you're the Hermit. So the Four of Swords means pause. So there's a pause here, and there's time to reflect. We've got 2 cards that really kind of represent inner reflection, introspection, and the Four of Swords is one of them. So, you know, it could be illness maybe, because Four of Swords represents hospital beds, lying in a bed, you know, trying to recover. Focus might be as a result of that on the Hermit. Maybe you feel that somebody, for some of you guys, is close to dying, maybe with the death energy. But the death card represents as an influence in general, because I don't really read on death. I don't like it. I don't think it's right. So the death card, influences around you are about big changes. The root energy of this is the Four of Swords. So there's lots of thinking, introspection here, taking a pause, taking a break, in which the focus will be, I feel, with this Hermit card. It's more about, it's not withdrawal, too many withdrawal cards. You've got Four of Swords here, contemplation. This is a card of withdrawing in itself, and as a result of that withdrawal, it might be the focus for the first 2 weeks in September around you is about seeking something, seeking some form of answers maybe. In the recent past, Libra, Ten of Pentacles, family situations, discussions going on with that Ten of Pentacles energy. Most likely outcome will be the Devil. So the Devil represents toxic situations, but also being bound to something here. That's interesting. There are big changes that you guys are looking at here, or there's influences of a big change happening. Okay, there's influences, because you got death as your influence card. Big change here, which is why the focus is on the Hermit. I think you're seeking something new with that Hermit card, and the Hermit is pointing its lamp. Wherever that Hermit points its lamp, it says that the onus is on this situation. So I feel that these two cards are really saying there's a major, they're two majors, so there's a major transformation coming in. You guys, the focus around you, the energy around you is about the Hermit, seeking some form of clarity in a situation for some of you Librans. The influence around this seeking card of the Hermit is something to do with a big change and ending in a situation. The root issue is contemplation of the Four of Swords, not willing to act. But in the recent past, Ten of Swords, needing to discuss the situation maybe with family and friends. The most likely outcome though shows us the Devil as a result of that Hermit energy. So you've done some inner reflection here with the Four of Swords, needing to heal, recover from a situation maybe with the Four of Swords, in which the focus is on seeking clarity, possibly on a new destination or a new journey. Sorry, my video's just gone off. Possibly over a new journey with that Hermit energy. Okay, you're seeking some form of enlightenment, but it leads to the Devil being the most likely outcome. And this to me says that there is a little bit of a situation that's got you guys bound, because the Devil represents some form of restriction. If the Hermit card being the focus for the first 2 weeks of September is seeking some form of enlightenment, then the most likely outcome with the Devil could be that this is something about a burden. I'm not sure whether this is work or whatever it is, but this is burdens or restrictions would be the most likely outcome for me with that Devil card. Coming in, what you guys will experience is the Seven of Wands. So some of you guys, it might be that you experience a fight. It might be that you're experiencing is the need to stand in your power with that Seven of Wands, the needing to remain confident. You guys at the moment are the Six of Cups. So this is possibly about children, could be about a relationship with that Six of Cups. But as a result of that, you guys are seeking some form of inner reflection on that. You might have withdrawn from for a little bit with that Hermit energy, seeking some reflection or some respite with the Hermit energy. It looks to me, because you guys are the Six of Cups, so this might be something to do with, I'm not always going to read the Six of Cups as a past. I think this is a young relationship or children. Focuses on withdrawing or seeking some introspection for the first 2 weeks of September 2017, Libra. Because the root energy is the Four of Swords. Maybe some of you guys need some form of recovery with that Four of Swords, some form of healing. Recent past, stuff to do with the family, relationships, Ten of Pentacles. But the influences around you are some major change. You've got the Death card showing a transformation here, showing up. Let me just cancel this out. The Death card showing up here is the influence on why your focus is on the Hermit for the first 2 weeks, and this is seeking a new path, I feel. But the most likely outcome is that Devil card. I think there are restrictions maybe for some of you guys in terms of a new path that you're wanting to take, because you've got some form of a struggle or some form of needing to stand in your truth, your power, your confidence with that Seven of Wands coming in. You guys, what you'd experience coming in is the Star, though. This is good. So the Star card means hope. It means aspirations. It means a dream coming true. Fears of the Moon. Moon is about anxiety and worries. And what's the outcome? Well, the Chariot is reversed. So it shows delays maybe for some of you guys, Libra, happening. Because the Chariot means that there is a lack of a victory here happening. The Seven of Wands shows sometimes this is struggle, sometimes this can be success over others. When I've ever done a reading for people and that shows in the outcome, especially if somebody says, am I going to win, am I going to pass an exam, the Seven of Wands shows up, it's a no. Okay, because it's a rejection card. Okay, so the Seven of Wands, I think, is some sort of struggles you guys have got going on in the immediate future. You'd experience the Star card. And the Star card can mean anything from having an aspiration to recognition to clarity on a situation to healing. But the outcome is the Chariot in the reverse, and that is a loss of a victory or not being able to attain a victory at this present time or some form of delays. Let's get some cards on these areas. Why is Libra the Six of Cups? Why is Libra the Six of Cups in the first 2 weeks of September? Show me. Right, because of the Empress. So some of you guys, it might be something around children. Some of you guys might be a mother. You get the Empress and the Six of Cups, it's a mother and children often. Okay, for some of you guys, it might be there's a relationship. Why is this relationship there? Because of the Empress. It might be pure, it might be beautiful with the Empress energy. It might have the potential for growth. But as a result of that, the focus for the first 2 weeks in September for Libra is the Hermit. Why is the focus the Hermit for Libra? Why is the focus the Hermit for Libra? Show me. Because of the Queen of Swords. And I feel that this is about withdrawal. Because there is the need maybe with this Queen of Swords to cut something out, potentially. When I look at the two cards, when I'm looking at the clarifying card, I'm looking at the synergy between both. And both cards represent to cut out and withdraw from others. So it might be that some of you guys, you do have a lot of responsibilities, especially family. Because I think that this Six of Cups is something maybe to do with, I don't know whether it's, I don't think it's a relationship, a love relationship. I think it might be responsibilities to family, children, that type of thing. So you are the Six of Cups. And I think that what you're doing here on this Six of Cups, Libra, is that you're being a support giver. I think that you're showing a lot of compassion to others, family members, that type of thing. But that's because of the Empress. Some of you guys might actually have a mother or somebody around you that you're needing to take care of. It might be that you are naturally maternal, whether you're male or female, or nurturing by nature. But I feel as a result of that, the focus is on kind of withdrawing a little bit, maybe with this Hermit card, maybe to seek your own passions. And why is that? Because of the Queen of Swords. And I feel the Queen of Swords almost says that you kind of in that phase of having enough of a situation here, Libra. It's almost like you've given a lot to something else, but you're not giving much to yourself. The root cause of this is the Four of Swords. Why is the Four of Swords the root energy for this? Why is the Four of Swords the root energy for Libra? Show me. Four of Swords is actually you. It's a Libra card. Well, the root energy is about the Four of Swords, and this is about taking a break. Some of you guys, it might be that you're taking a break. Why is that? Knight of Cups means to travel. So some of you guys, it might be the root energy is, or pursue a dream here. You might be taking a pause on all of the responsibilities that you've got around the home, Libra. It might be that with this Four of Swords, you're taking a pause because you want to pursue some of your own dreams. You might want to pursue travel. You might want to pursue education. But I get the impression with a lot of you guys that you've got responsibilities to others. But I think that as a result of that, you guys want to withdraw with that Hermit card, seek your own journey because of the Queen of Swords. It might be something to do with learning, for example, psychology, psychotherapy, law, for example. You're looking to pursue a direction because of the Queen of Swords. And this Queen of Swords, it might be in terms of a professional capacity with that Queen of Swords. And the root energy is the Four of Swords. I think that you want to take a little bit of a pause on the responsibilities that you have right now, whether that's work or family, because I feel with this Four of Swords, it might be that you've been contemplating. What have you been contemplating? I think that this is pursuing a dream, pursuing a wish, following your heart on something here. In the recent past, Libra, you guys have been experiencing the Ten of Pentacles. Why has Libra experienced the Ten of Pentacles in the recent past? Show me. Well, because of the Hierophant. So I feel that this, you get Ten of Pentacles and Hierophant, it's a marriage, that type of thing, union. So the Ten of Pentacles in the recent past are things to do with the family, okay? And those things to do with the family are because of the Hierophant. So it might be that you guys do have a role, a very strong role in terms of the family. Leadership is the Hierophant, the leader of a team. So it might be that you've been discussing with this Ten of Pentacles things within the family because of the Hierophant. It might be with this Hierophant that you've been gaining some guidance maybe through family members. It might be with this Hierophant, this is something about a commitment with this Hierophant or what you're committed to. It might also be that you've been recently discussing stuff with family with that Ten of Pentacles energy because of the Hierophant energy. And this is something to do with you being perhaps in a leadership role within the family, having to take the helm of everything going on here. For some of you guys in the recent past, Ten of Pentacles can also show, I guess, sort of like a place where that generates a lot of people. There's a lot of social activity, and the Hierophant could be something like a university. So it might be in the recent past you guys have been looking at things like university, things like corporate work, things like looking at corporations, that type of thing. The influences around you are death. And why are the influences around Libra death? Why are the influences around Libra death? Show me. Well, because of the King of Wands. So the influences around you are showing a major change coming in. It's because of an individual, a King of Wands. I'm going to see who this King of Wands is. Who is this King of Wands? Who is this King of Wands? The Nine of Cups. Well, the influences around you are showing us an ending around you as an influence, Libra. And why is that? Well, what's the ending to do with? It's to do with the King of Wands, a person around you. Who is this person? Well, maybe this is somebody that made you feel really happy. They gave great joy. They made you laugh. Nine of Cups shows a joker. It shows somebody who laughs a lot. This King of Wands, it might be somebody that made you feel really happy, but the influences around you are showing something to do with an ending around this individual with this King of Wands because of the Nine of Cups. If that's not the case, then it could be that the influences around you are about creating great change. What are those changes about? Well, it might be that some of you guys are pursuing or something, you're very, very motivated by something. And what is that? Nine of Cups. It could be something about achievement, which is why your focus with that Hermit card is on taking some form of different route in life because of the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is about looking logically and fairly and rationally at a situation. It's also about cutting things out. It's also a card that says, you know, maybe there's something professional you guys are looking at doing here. I think that you want to pursue a dream on a situation here, Librans, but I do feel that maybe a family situation or people around you in which you are possibly the main caregiver or the main caretaker, it seems to be it's holding you back a little bit here. The Devil is the most likely outcome of this situation. Why is the Devil the most likely outcome from this situation? Show me. Because of the Page of Swords. So I feel the most likely outcome will be with the Devil. The Devil can be toxic situations, abusive situations, but it can also show maybe there's a limitation in terms of this. You can see two people can't be free on here because they're beholden by external situations. So I feel that there is an external limitation going on with you guys, and that's because of the Page of Swords. It might be because of a child that you have, for example, with this Page of Swords. Maybe the child has difficulties with that Page of Swords. Usually in the reverse it would show a child with difficulties, but it could be with this Page of Swords there is limitations. What are those limitations about? Actually pursuing or enacting an idea or striking out on an idea that you have with that Page of Swords energy. Or it could be there are difficulties with that Devil energy. It could be over difficult communication with the Page of Swords energy. You guys will experience the Seven of Wands coming in. Why does Libra experience the Seven of Wands? Why is Libra experiencing the Seven of Wands? Show me. Right, because of the Eight of Swords. So I feel that you guys in the immediate future will have a little bit of a struggle here. I think it might be other people's words or other people's expectations of you that are keeping you bound from doing what you truly want to do. Okay, with that Eight of Swords energy. What you'll experience coming in is the Star, though. Why is the Star coming in for Libra? Why is the Star coming in for Libra? Show me. Well, it's good. There's something positive happening around you. There's a wish coming true. It's because you've got success coming in with this Six of Wands energy. It might be because both cards represent recognition. So it might be that this is saying, though you're going to have a real struggle on your hands for some of you guys with that Seven of Wands, and it's against other people. It's interesting because the Seven of Wands can be where people are wagging their fingers at you. And I get the impression that people are wagging their fingers at you, and that's because of the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords might be that it's these people who are wagging their fingers at you and you're kind of trying to stand in your power because maybe they feel helpless without you, Libra. Maybe if you don't do a certain thing, or if you go and do a certain thing, what will they do? How do they cope with this Eight of Swords energy? In which you'll experience the Star card coming in. And the Star says that there's some hope in this situation. Maybe it's because somebody's backing you on this. Six of Wands shows somebody who's gaining recognition, somebody who has followers, somebody who has people that believe in them. Your fears will be the Moon. Why are Libra's fears the Moon? Show me. Because of the Emperor. So your fears will be the Moon because of some form of anxiety going on here with the Moon. Some form of doubt maybe with that Moon card. Why is there? Because of the Emperor. There are boundaries. It could be a person around you, but it's also that there are boundaries maybe set upon you on this situation here. And the outcome shows the Chariot reversed. Why is the Chariot reversed for Libra in the outcome? Why is the Chariot reversed for Libra in the outcome? Show me. Well, there you go, because of the Three of Swords. I think you've got some difficult people around you, difficult communication, disappointing communication going on here. The Chariot, there are delays in this situation. I think it's because of others with this Three of Swords. Things that they're saying, things that are affecting you with this Three of Swords energy. Three of Swords also represents Libra energy as well. So this is the card of having to make head or heart decisions. So it might be that you've got disappointment with the Chariot. There's no victory at this time. Things are delayed. It could be because you make a head over a heart decision. Here, you're wanting to pursue something here. You've done a lot of contemplation, meditation because of the Knight of Cups. There's something that you want to pursue on a heart level. But I feel that there are other people who are kind of infringing on that. And I feel for you guys, excuse me, Libra, the outcome would be with this Chariot that things are delayed at this time. Things aren't ready to move forward. You won't have any victory in this situation at the moment. But I feel it's based on the, because this is your card, Libra, Three of Swords. This is based on the head over heart decision that you actually make on this situation. And I think it's because what we have here is coming in. You've got these struggles. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands means struggling with others as well. People wagging their fingers. And also people saying, give it to me. And you're like, oh man, I can't do this at the moment. But you're struggling with others, I feel here. And that's because of the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords, I think, represents other people, Libra. It could also be that you're struggling. Because this isn't just about struggling. The Six of Wands here means something. They either mean that somebody's saying, give it to me. Or they're saying, you. Like that. They're wagging their finger at you. So either way, I think that you're struggling with others. It could be with the because of the Eight of Swords. If this is you, it might be that you're struggling because you want to be free from the Eight of Swords. You're sick of being held back by this Eight of Swords energy. It might be because you feel others are holding you back here as well. Or it might be that you're struggling because other people are helpless around you with this Eight of Swords and they're trying to keep you where you are. You do experience a little bit of recognition, hope. Maybe whoever these people are, could be family, friends, co-workers, whatever it is, maybe they recognise your potential with this Six of Wands energy. Maybe you've got a few people backing you, but your fears are this Moon. And the Moon really is a card about anxiety and fear and dread and lack of clarity with the Moon energy. And this is what your fears are, because you've still got some boundaries there with the Emperor energy, that walls that are very difficult to break down. So therefore I feel that for some of you Librans, it might be that situations or dreams or hopes or aspirations are not pursued at this time with this Chariot card in the reverse, because I think that you make a head over a heart decision not to do that. Let's have a look at the reading again. Sorry, something's just come up on my screen and I hate it when that happens. Let me just take that out. Right, so you guys are the Six of Cups and at the moment, and I think that you are looking after others. I feel it might be children potentially that's going on here. I think that you're the caretaker in this card. Why is that? Because of the Empress. Some of you guys might be a mum, or a dad, whatever it is. You might be the main caretaker. You might be the person that's looking after someone here, looking after your, your family, your children, that type of thing. Might also be that you're the mate, showing as the Six of Cups because you have a mother that you're looking after. A woman that you have a responsibility for. But that's why the focus for the first 2 weeks in September for Libra will be on, and the Libra card is actually you, Queen of Swords, is the Hermit. And the Hermit, I think, is saying now that you guys, the focus is about withdrawing and seeking introspection around this situation. But that's because of the Queen of Swords situation. The Queen of Swords is actually you. So you showing as a Queen of Swords here is the need to make some fair and rational and balanced decisions concerning what your needs and wants are, because it is based on the contemplation factor of the Four of Swords. And this is again you, Libra, is Four of Swords. Four of Swords is you guys doing a lot of contemplating. What are you contemplating? The Knight of Cups. Following your dreams, following your passions, travel perhaps with this energy. But in the recent past, there might have been some discussions going on within the family with that Ten of Pentacles. What are they based on? The Hierophant. So they're based on conventional wisdom and ideas. Alright, might be that your leadership is being discussed here. It might be somebody else's leadership is being discussed here. It might be with the Hierophant here. There have been discussions based on trying to gain some wisdom around the situation with the Hierophant. But also, I suppose it could be based on these discussions within the family. I feel with this Ten of Pentacles, Libra, is based on the conventional ideas of what the family is. Okay, so family that stays together, pays together, that type of thing. The influences around why you guys are withdrawing just a little bit to seek some introspection because of the Queen of Swords, and you're looking really out for what's best for you with this Queen of Swords. You're the one that needs to make a fair, rational decision. It's because there's been a death, an ending. What is that ending with? Well, it's with an individual, a King of Wands. Who is the King of Wands? Well, the Nine of Cups. Possibly somebody that made you really happy, somebody that you enjoyed something with. So I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong within the family, but I just feel that it's the pursuit of something that you want to do. The most likely outcome will be the Devil, and the Devil might be telling us that there is difficulties here with this Devil card. Okay, there are still chains around you with the Devil card. There are limitations in this situation. Limitations might be around a child that you have, the Page of Swords. Might also be there are limitations in you actioning these ideas with that Page of Swords. Might be that there are difficulty, toxic situations happening around the communication that you have. Bad communication, nasty communication with that Page of Swords. What you'd experience coming in, Libra, will be the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands represents some form of a struggle or a fight, or it can represent the need to keep the higher ground. Why is that? It might be somebody around you who's trying to do that. Maybe you, being the Eight of Swords, might find that you're in a very vulnerable state. It could also be that what you're trying to do is keep your head above water here against other detractors potentially. Because of the Eight of Swords, you're confused, you're a little bit bound up, and this is a prison for some of you guys that you want to overcome and sort of move out of. What you'd experience is a little bit of positivity and hope, because you've got the Star card showing up here, but it's based on the Six of Wands, some form of recognition that you're receiving from someone here, I feel, with this Six of Wands energy. Alright, or there's some form of success, something comes through here that bolsters your spirits around the situation. But your fears will be the Moon, and that is depression, worry, fear, okay, because of the Emperor. And the Emperor represents maybe some boundaries are being put on this situation here. Maybe there are still some obstacles to face. It might also be around an individual, the Emperor energy. And therefore, I feel the outcome for the first 2 weeks of September will be, for some of you guys, the Chariot in reverse. It might be that you give up on something. There's no victory at this time, but I think it's based on a decision that you make. Head over heart decision. So you're making a decision based on what you feel the right thing is to do, rather than what your heart wants. Let's have a look at what the advice is for the first 2 weeks of September, Libra. Universe, Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Libra? What is the advice that you have for Libra? In 1 to 2 cards from the top of the deck, what is the advice that you have for Libra? Show me. Well, Four of Swords, and that represents a need to withdraw, to think, to contemplate, but also a time to pray as well with that Four of Swords. I think that if you pray with this Four of Swords, it's going to give you some new ideas with that Page of Swords. Okay, it will help you to act on those ideas, I feel, because I think it's telling you that you need to pray and you need to meditate on these new ideas that you have. So I feel that even though, because this is a card of prayer and meditation, so I feel, Libra, that you need to pray. It's a time for prayer, it's a time to meditate, it's a time to really kind of seek some solace for yourself in terms of the ideas that you want to strike out on. It's not saying that whatever this is not going to happen for you, but it might be that right now is not exactly the right time, especially if you're the one that's making the head over the heart decision at the moment. Okay, that's your reading, Libra, for the first 2 weeks of September. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll speak with you guys real soon. Take care.